first road trip with a baby.
There's already been so much throw up, and we haven't even left.
Truthfully, we're leaving for a couple of days. The car is packed. I'm excited because I've been looking forward to just do something fun and different and get out. Magically, now we are heading to... Should we tell them?
I don't know. We'll stop in here in a little bit.
This is the reality of having to travel with a baby. We're probably going to make a quick stop to grab some food because we also haven't eaten any breakfast or lunch or anything, and feed my little baby. Look, she's calm now. We just stopped. This is how traveling with a baby is. Making bottles. This is fun. I would not change it for the world. Butter coming your way. We're trying the impossible. I'm gonna try to change her diaper here. I just don't feel like putting her in a changing table in the gas station. That's the pros of having your own vehicle with your house in it. You're always comfortable. Am I right? Are we ready? Please don't make a mess. Okay? Okay. Well, at least it's just pee. We did it!
Cool.
Yay! We finally made it to the hotel, and I can speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure everybody feels the same. We're pretty tired and so glad to be just staying in the hotel. We ordered some food in. We have 2 beds. So it sounds like I'm sleeping with the baby and you're sleeping by yourself.
I can't wait.
We have so much space that I don't know what to do with, but it's pretty cool that we just get a night to relax before we have 5 more hours of drive.
We convinced ourselves that we were going to be leaving this morning by 8. It is now almost 11. It's like 20 till 11. We're heading to Michigan. Michigan is the home of a lot of things, and one in particular is one of the largest auto manufacturers in the United States. You might be familiar with them. Their name is Ford. They've invited us to an event, and we're going to be taking you along with us. And with that being said, they've also sponsored this entire video.
I'm so excited because we are actually trying to figure out what we want for us and Isla and the dogs. We will figure it out, and you're coming along with us. So let's see what Ford has to offer, but we also have to get in the road because we have like 5 hours ahead of us.
Come on.
Let's go.
Welcome friends to Dexter, Michigan at the site of Camp Woodbury.
We are so excited that we were invited by Ford to show you guys and bring you along with us to see their brand new van.
And this is one of the most exciting van launch events because it is specifically tailored from the factory for van life and van lifers to build in. What we've learned today is that this van is very well optioned and very well kitted to be adventure ready, to be ultra capable right from the jump. The only thing that you need to do is fit out the interior, either by yourself or with a company.
So pretty much what they're doing, if you are like me and you are not technical like Chase, is they're going to give you a van with all the updates, they're pretty scary for you to do yourself.
So you have the option for a roof vent to already be pre-installed from the factory. You've got a lift kit already available from the factory, larger wheels and tires.
Windows, fans.
All-wheel drive capability.
It's just truthfully almost like they sit down with someone that travel full-time or travel part-time and figured out the needs of people that travel in a vehicle.
And it doesn't hurt that the van is absolutely beautiful.
I'm not a big person with cars, but I can tell you this van is absolutely stunning. And I cannot wait for you to see the outside and the inside and show you some of our favorite features.
And as promised, here is the new 2023 Ford Transit Trail in all of its glory. You can tell some of the redesigned features from the front. The front grille looks similar in ways, but totally different, completely different in many others. One of my favorite things about the Ford Transit Trail is the 3.5-inch overall lift in comparison to the other Transit models in the lineup. With that, you get a much better approach and exit angle, really maximizing your off-road capabilities. One of the biggest complaints that we've ever had while traveling on the road is the inability to see very clearly if and when we have to drive at night. So Ford really listened to people in the space when they were designing the new headlight features for the Transit Trail. You've got really nice visible tow mirrors here on the Transit Trail, and you have blind spot monitoring and lane assist coming as a standard spec option. That is huge. That's usually a massive upcharge on other competitors' vans. So it's really nice to see that on this particular model. You've got step rails that go down the sides of each side of the vehicle that really make it easy to get in and out of this van in comparison to so many other models out there. And added benefit, they kind of act as rock rails. So if you were to bump up onto something while you're off-roading in this, you're not going to damage the actual exterior of the van. And if you all remember, one of the things that we did to our van when we got it is we cut the massive holes in the back and installed tinted privacy glass windows. Well, the Transit Trail comes with privacy glass in the rear and on the side slider door.
I'm so excited to take you the inside of the van so you can see all the features making your van life experience so much easier. One of my favorite, swivel seats. You know, we install it ourselves, but well, when I say ourselves, it was Chase, and I feel like it's a process with the vans that you get, and it's kind of scary. So having the option of just having it from the factory, it's a plus. So with the swivel seat in the front, you can actually have both. That adds some seating space inside the van, which is amazing. Right here, they have a lagoon table where you can work from or eat from, and then if you plan your inside, you can actually turn it around and also have another work area or just like hangout spot. In the back, this van has a fixed bed. We have a max air fan, which we have in our van right now, and I will say it's one of the things that I recommend the most because it's so easy to bring some fresh air in and just feel more comfortable inside of living in a vehicle, and you can get that from the factory as well. And of course, this van is just a prototype to kind of show you some of the things that you can do in your own build, but when you buy it, it comes all empty, so you can build it for your needs, which is one of my favorite things about building your own vehicle or just giving it to someone to build it for yourself. You can actually sit down and realize what works for you, because for us, we normally don't do a fixed bed. I think the layout, it's amazing, but with one little baby with us that travel full time now, I believe the layout will be different for us.
So some of the things that we really love about the Transit Trail is the fact that it's all-wheel drive. There are 5 different driving modes. There are so many different ways that you can utilize this van's super advanced all-wheel drive system. Some of the other things that are really huge here in the interior that are more creature comforts than anything else. So you have a 12-inch touchscreen here that you can manage everything from your cameras on the outside to the music that you're listening to. It has 4 Ford Sync built into it. You can plug in and navigate with your maps directly from such a huge infotainment system. Other than that, the interior is very familiar to people who have Ford Transits.
There are a ton of things that we could tell you about this van, and almost all of them are great. Considering we've been traveling full-time in buses and vans for the last 4.5 years, I truly feel like we have a fair bit of experience to support some of our own opinions. We learned a ton about Ford's adventure-spirited history at the event, which makes sense that they would be at the forefront of bringing a vehicle to market with van life in mind. The Transit Trail is, in my opinion, the first modern adventure-ready van for life on and off the road, with numerous upgrades over the base Transit commercial van, designed for and influenced by the van life community. Some of the most notable exterior upgrades are the 3.5-inch increase in ride height, accomplished by new 16-inch black alloy wheels, 30.5-inch Goodyear Wrangler Workhorse all-terrain tires, and a 2 1/4-inch body lift, which keeps all of the drivetrain angles in their appropriate specifications. And all of these are standard equipment direct from the factory. You might notice the front grille update along with the standard skid plate style bumper, slider inspired side steps, and one of the most aggressive looking components being the newly designed wheel arch cladding and splash guards. Black auto high beam HID headlamps and fog lamps come standard, along with blind spot assist, side and reverse sensors, privacy glass, adaptive cruise control, and lane keeping systems. On the interior, you'll fall in love with the 12-inch touchscreen, along with driver and passenger swivel seats coming factory for you and one additional occupant. But there is no option for additional seating, keeping the total occupancy rating to 2 people for the van. The Transit Trail comes well equipped with dual AGM batteries, a heavy-duty towing package, and there's the option to add extended range fuel tanks and a dual alternator to make adventuring off the beaten path a much longer affair.
After checking out the van, what are your thoughts?
I think my initial reaction still stands that from the factory, I think it's quite possibly the most capable out-of-the-box van that you can get. Of course, you're still going to be needing to either build it out or find an upfitter to do that. Ford has a network of hundreds of upfitters that they're very familiar with and that they recommend.
This is the other thing with vans right now. They're so popular and they're so hard to find. So knowing that you're going to have something reliable, that it's coming from the company, 0 miles on it, something that it's going to be well equipped for your needs if you're going to be traveling full-time or part-time, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So for me, the Ford Transit is pretty worth it, and probably we're considering it to be maybe our next rig.
As our friend Frankie's mom would say, we would give it 3 yeps on yep.
Yes, I'm so excited because seeing it in person gave me the idea. Like, it made me realize how nice it was. Like, you know, in pictures is one thing, but like being able to see how well put together and thought out it is, I really enjoy it.
It's funny, after going through it, sitting through several of the presentations and being able to talk to the heads of each respective team that were involved in making this a reality. All of my pain points with the Ford Transit van of the past have almost entirely been addressed.
So make sure to check out Ford new van. We're going to link everything down below. Thank you again, Ford, for inviting us and having us over in Michigan, checking out the new van. We had an amazing time. We connected with amazing people, and we also got to catch up with some great friends.
Yep.
So if you're thinking of getting a van, this is your sign. Check the link down below.